All right, I have some leftover yeasted puff pastry that I froze last week after making the croissants, and I've been thawing it out. And I have my frozen pin here with a little butter on it. And I have my trusty brush, and we're just gonna prepare the base to roll this out. I don't have very much, but I think I can get maybe 3 apricot Danishes out of this. So that's my goal, and I might get more. So I stuck on some ends here, so I'm going to move them. Those are ends I cut off when I made my rectangles earlier. This is lovely. Oh, it's puffed up because of the yeast even in the fridge, which is a little bit dangerous because it might be overproofed. So I think I'm going to flip this over, and you can see the fold there. I'm not going to fold this anymore. It's been folded. But I am going to try to get, let's turn it, because what I want is about 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch pastry, and I want 4 4x4 inch squares. So what do I have? I've got, this isn't really enough to make I've got 7 by 8. So I'm going to turn that 8 into 16 if I can. I think that's pretty doable because this has been chilled for days now. Oh, that looks good. So I could definitely get, so that's 14. That's 14. And if I get 16, I can do, oh, that's relatively easy. Nothing's screwing up here. Oh, I need my pizza wheel and my cutter. Oh, can't find the pizza wheel. I've got my versatile device here. And this is lovely and thin. So let's get 16 first. So I'm going to start where I think I can cut, and I have 15. So I'm pretty confident I can get 16 out of this. My board is only 18, so let's do it. Okay. So that means, are we recording? Oh, yeah. Okay, there's 16. Okay, so that means I'm just going to cut the top off here at 16 to get a good square. And then I'm going to divide it into 4. So here's 4. 4 and 4 is 8. 8 and 4 is 12. Same on this side. 4, 8, 12. Okay. So then we're just gonna, I don't have the straight edge, but this will work, and I didn't find the cutter. So it looks like it's on an angle, but that's just because the rectangle's a rhomboid, and I'm not done yet. Okay. And then here's this. So this means I've got, oh, can I get, oh, I might have, damn, I can get I can get 12 out. I can get a lot more out of this. Wow. I thought I was making 2 as a proof of concept, as a trial. It's trial and error. So I'm doing 4x4 squares of pastry. Okay. So that's 8 and 8, and that's shit. Excuse my language. Okay. That's 4. Okay. So there's 2 4s. I gotta wear this around my neck because it keeps falling. Okay, there's 8. So let's get, this isn't working very well because I don't have my pizza roller and I'm cutting my own squares. Okay, simply the best. Better than all the rest. Really love Tina Turner. She's inspiring. Anyway, so here's 4. I'm glad she had. All right, I have my 8 4x4 squares. I'm hoping that will be enough. I'm in the right size. I have my pastry cream, and instead of piping it, you don't have to pipe everything. We're just gonna put a tablespoon in the center of each one. Each one is gonna be a separate apricot Danish. And then we have canned apricots, halves. The news is going on and on, but I am kind of half listening to it. Okay, so then we take our apricot halves and we overlap. Hold on, I need a fork. We take an apricot half and we overlap the cream, okay, on a diagonal. All right. So I'm leaving some of the syrup on. I hope that's acceptable. I'm not sure yet. I don't want it to ruin the results, but this is a test video. So they keep going. They're kind of delicate. You can overlap them in the center. And like that. And I have a bit of syrup on there. It's not exactly, I'm probably doing it wrong. But let's see. Let's see if I have enough to do all 8 from one can. So you can't overlap the apricot halves. Oh, I noticed I missed one. And that's okay because I also need the other can of apricots. Okay? So I'm going to fix that all up and come right back. Okay, so now the fun starts. You take one corner. See, those diagonals are all from the upper right to the upper left to the lower right. You take one like that and one like that and attach. And hopefully the cream doesn't come out. Okay? There's a little of this juice in and there's a lot of cream. So I'm not sure I'm doing it right. But we're just gonna take the cream off. You don't want to squeeze the cream out. Basically, do that one half over the other to make the apricot bow ties, and you have to pinch. And if the pinch doesn't work, you can use a little water. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to assemble them on the baking tray, which has the parchment, and then I'm going to turn the oven on and let them, the yeast puff them up for at least 45 minutes. Okay, there's one. So that I have them all wrapped on the diagonal. These are apricot bow tie Danishes. And we need this to puff up. So I'm going to turn the oven on to its baking temperature at 375. Keep the fan off. And we're going to, hopefully, I think this pan is a little too small. But like I said, this is a test run. And then we'll get our egg wash ready. And we have some sanding sugar. I might use Swedish pearl sugar, actually, just for aesthetic reasons. And also the crunch. That's it for now. So I let these rise for an hour and 15 minutes. I'm not sure they have risen the way I would like. And I have my egg wash. So I'm going to put them in the oven anyway. Knowing that it's puff pastry, I'm going to wing it. They didn't rise up but as much as the croissants did. And obviously I want to get the egg wash on every part, including the tips. And especially around this gap where it's gonna puff. Well, where it should puff. Some of them have puffed. This one's very puffy. I just want to you have to get this egg wash on. There's a lot of juice from the apricots. That's possibly my fault. I should have probably dried them off. So we're just gonna keep doing this and pop them in the oven at 375. And I'll do that and get back to you. I forgot one step. I have sanding sugar. I'm using sanding sugar. It's a very coarse crystalline sugar that doesn't melt. And we're just gonna put that on for a little crunch. If these turn out well, this will be a delightful, sparkly addition. You can't see it on the camera, but they kind of refract light. And they're really good for Christmas cookies and so on. So I'm just gonna do that. Make them kind of pretty. If they turn out badly, I'll just start over again. Okay. So now they're going in. Wish me luck. It's nice and hot in here. Oh, not bad for my first try. I don't hate them. These need to be cooled down a lot and then put on the rack.